Hello and welcome to my basement. My name is Roy. I am a home cook, an amateur baker, and I am here on this channel typically sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine or someone else's. So yes, I am in the basement. I don't know if there's going to be an echo problem because there's nothing down here. After 4 years, we finally gotten our space back and we are clearing things out. So there may be a bit of an echo in here, but it's not Jimmy's basement. So don't worry, Jimmy. I'm sure you can tell. I don't think you have a fireplace in yours. This is not your basement. But this is a No Tag Tuesday. And it is raining outside, so I couldn't go out on the porch. Paul is working upstairs, so rather than shutting him away, which I often do when I have to record my recipes, I am sneaking down into the basement and recording this down there. Now the questions this week come from Mare over at NiteMare Bliss. She does a lot of makeup tutorials, skincare routines, vlogging, unboxings, all sorts of interesting things. So go check her out, as well as the other channels that are doing these tags. I will list the questions and the links to the other channels down in the description box, so go check them out. So this is the diner edition, and this is all about diner foods, diner experiences. So let us get on with it. Number 1, do you sit at the breakfast bar, table, or booth? When I went over these with Paul, both of us immediately said booth. We prefer sitting in a booth. It's more comfy, it's more enclosed. The only issue is a lot of times they don't give you a lot of space between the booth and the table, and it can be uncomfortable. But as long as it's comfortable, we will take a booth anytime. 2, best time of day to go to a diner. Now, Paul and I also agreed on this, that it would depend on whether you were going for breakfast or lunch, because they each have their benefits. Of course, breakfast at a diner is my favorite. Lunch is okay, but this is something about breakfast in a diner that really draws me in. But we would prefer, because we're not really the types who like being in a big crowd of people, so I would suggest that we go on an off hour, like say just after the breakfast or lunch rush, say 9:30, 10 o'clock for breakfast, maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30 for lunch. So it's a little off, but it would depend on what we're in the mood for. Typically, I would say it'd be breakfast. Although, I do have to say, when I was living in Connecticut, there was a diner that we would go to after the bars closed. That, hands down, had to be the best food, best time. So I'd probably say, nostalgically, 2 o'clock in the morning would be a great time to go to a diner. But right now, realistically, I would go with my former responses of slightly off of breakfast, slightly off of lunch. But after the bars close, I still have great memories of going to the diner after that. Number 3, coffee or other beverage to drink. Paul immediately was coffee. He loves coffee, and I do too. I would go with coffee, and yes, Sparkly Susan, I know you would go for coffee too. But I need to have something cold as well, so I usually get like a large cranberry juice. Paul would probably do a small orange juice in addition if he wanted something extra. He often will just go with coffee, and I always need the coffee, but I need a little something that I can just down and not have to worry about scorching my throat. Number 4, do you try the specials or stick to regular menu items? Again, as you probably know from other tags, I go with my whims. So if they had something on the specials menu that drew me in, I'd immediately go for that, especially because it's something they didn't normally have. But a lot of times I'll look through the specials menu and nothing really draws me. So I would go with the regular menu items. But if there is something that really draws me, I will go for a special every time. Number 5, hash browns or home fries if having breakfast. Bahal and I were in agreement here as well. Home fries, definitely. There's something about the substance of them, if they're done right. We've been to many breakfast places that did not do home fries right. They were either still firm in the middle, they were unseasoned or not seasoned enough. So finding the perfect home fry is a challenge, but I would go for home fries all the time. I do like a hash brown, but I love the substance and the texture that you get from home fries. Number 6, absolute favorite diner food. Again, if you've seen my tags, you know I'm not an absolute favorite person. And I know Kim and David, you're probably having the same issue. Maybe you do have a favorite, I don't know. But I know typically absolutes are not your thing. But if I have to choose a favorite, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'd say an omelet, because I do like that there's a variety that you can have. I like how substantial an omelet feels. So yeah, I guess I'll go with an omelet, although that could change based on my mood. But for now, yeah, I'm feeling like an omelet, so that's where I'm going. Also, I want to apologize. I just realized that the lights that I had to bring downstairs, I don't know if they're glaring off of my glasses, and if they are, I apologize, but it is what it is. When you have to make do, you have to make do. Number 7, do you have a regular or favorite diner you always go to? We don't always go to the same place, but my favorite is J&M Diner in Framingham, Massachusetts. They have great food. They have some really delicious drinks. They have some interesting specials, and I did look up to see what they have currently. Banana caramel waffles, Belgian waffles, Oreo whoopie waffles, ooey gooey French toast, nitro iced coffee float, which I've had before, it's delicious. Oh, I might have to go pumpkin pie coffee. I think I need to go again very soon. But those are just some of the things. They have some very whimsical things on their menu. I really enjoy going there. We don't go there as often because it is a little bit of a drive, not a horrible drive, but you know, it's about 25, 30 minutes from us. But if I do have to go anywhere, that's where I'd like to go. Number 8, favorite person, friend or family to go to a diner with. Paul and I immediately had the same response. It would be each other. We love going out to eat and enjoying each other's company, so easy answer there. It's going to be Paul. Number 9, pie for dessert. What kind and with coffee, or other or no dessert? Sadly, I am not a no dessert person. I will forgo a dessert, but if I'm splurging, if I'm letting myself splurge, I am having a dessert. And I do love pies. Diner pies are really good. My favorite pies, and yes, it would be with coffee. My favorite pies are pumpkin and blueberry, but it depends on what they have. Again, what whim drives me at that moment. If they had something special, like a chocolate cream pie, I mean, it could be anything. But yes, I would go for the pie. I'd also go for another dessert if they didn't have pie. But pies, I love pies. So yes, and pumpkin or blueberry, I'm there. And number 10, a question that both Paul and I responded immediately with, ugh, liver and onions? Not on your life. I mean, I don't even see the point. I've never had it, never will. The idea of it just creeps me out. So yeah, no, never gonna happen, Mare. Never gonna happen. Okay, and that wraps up these questions from Mare over at NiteMare Bliss. Again, the questions will be down in the description box, as well as links to the other channels doing this tag. Also down there are my Amazon storefront, my Ace Cool link, my Fetch rewards, my Built Bar rewards, my social media, both my Instagram and 2 Facebook groups. So go check out all that information down in the description box. I'm sure there's something that you can use down there, so go check that out. And also, while I'm thinking of it, you know the usual, like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification bell for the next time I upload any sort of video. I do have a new dessert coming out on Friday. It involves strawberries, and it's a bar, and that's about all I'm going to say about it for right now. So, until next time, bye.